And as the drivers get ready for the 5 lights, and Liam's lagged out as we start, and Nasev gets a good start down into turn 1. Rio's bogged down a little bit, but will keep ahead of Hemi Dimes as Echo on the inside of Hemi Dimes, as Hemi seems to be ghosting through turn 1, and Gordon as well. There's a lot of ghosting through turn 1 here, and Hemi somehow holding on to the position as big snap of the rear from Hitman, and off the grass he goes as TJ, Gordon all through on Hitman dropping down to P7. Liam
got the RS, he's about to make a move.
Finally back into the battles, and Liam now sending it on the Williams driver, who I think at this point is more worried about just getting his front wing fixed before moving onwards. Meanwhile, we've got Rio Harris back on the rear and a save, not going for a move. We've got Echo on the inside of Gordon, getting through. Ollie on the inside of Ty Clear, side by side they go, and the McLaren goes side by side with the Aston. They're still side by side, exiting turn 2, and Ollie through on Ty Clear.
I'm looking at turn 1 again. Oh, Rio's going for it down the inside into turn 1. He's going to go for the lead. And it's very close. He might get it done. No, not quite. He has to back out.
On the rear of Echo, as well as Rio back on the inside in a save. We can't seem to leave this battle. It seems to be the same move over and over again. It's Echo again with a 10-second speeding in the pit lane penalty. Gordon here.
Not the only one. DZ Racer and Fori are also going for a one-stop, maybe.
Although,
I'm not sure if they're just waiting another lap. But...
No, they're on hards. As Nasev contact with Thori through Sector 1 here. Nasev gets through, and now he's going to get trying through on DZ Racer, who's out there on the hard tyres. And Nasev wants to get through as quickly as possible. So does Rio Harris. As Rio into the rear of Thori, and Rio's around. Rio, big contact and falling down the order, and Rio down to P8 after running into the rear of Thori, as Nasev now dances around the outside of DZ Racer. Gordon, because he may exit the box ahead of Rio Harris following his drama, as Hemi Dimes now trying to get ahead of Thori, finally does, although Nasev has cleared off down the road all over the rear of DZ Racer, and going to try and make this move through the middle sector, round the outside, going for the switchback to try and get the run with DRS, and it's a lovely move from Hemi Dimes as Gordon getting through on Ty Cleary, Rio ahead of Stephen Beecham, Echo side by side with his teammate Liam, and Echo now into P7, but a lot of drama there on that lap as Kevin Kell now through on Zampa. Zampa's gone deep into the gravel, and gonna have to rejoin safely so he doesn't pick up a penalty, and it seems that damage is really hurting Zampa this race. He's still yet to box. Almost a 3-wide moment into turn 1 as Echo is watching this battle. Thori and DZ Racer on the same tyres in the same team, and they're battling through turn 1 as Echo washes DZ Racer out onto the curb, and Echo through into P5 now. Echo on the rear of Thori, and there's battles throughout here. Echo getting through on Thori wheel banging with the Haas drivers. Gordon's going to pick the outside of the V-carb, and Gordon going to try and sail around the outside of the Haas driver, and this would be a sensational move from the Aston Martin if he can hold it together. Still side by side they go, and Gordon dances around the outside for one of the moves of the season. Absolutely splendid move from Gordon into P4. Somehow got it through on both of them. So that was quickly quashed as Ollie defending down into turn 1 on the inside, tightly around the outside, trying to find the grip. And a reminder, a bit of contact between Ollie and Ty as Ty leaves the road momentarily.
He's got DRS. It looks like he's going to be close into the first corner. Echo has to go defensive. And there he is down the inside, not quite getting the move done, maybe on exit. Let's see who has more speed coming out of the corner into the next few turns. Oh, it's close, there's contact as Echo nearly goes off the track. They are very wheel to wheel. They're wheel to wheel, and unfortunately it doesn't work as we've got a yellow.
I believe that is Zampa. The exit of turn 1. Is he gone too early? I think he's gone too early, and I think he's going to get an illegal overtake. Zampa's left the session, and I believe Echo may have gotten a legal overtake there. That's why he's let off a bit to allow TJ back through again. And it's a little bit. It is a little bit annoying whenever that does happen. I mean, no blame on Zampa. He has retired at where he's supposed to, but the yellow flag has in the end cost Echo trying to make the move as Liam battling with Nuki, makes a mistake there, and now he's got Thori for company.
See which battles are the closest at the moment. It looks like TJ's still ahead of Echo
Oh, and
for
a
the time
big
being.
spin!
Oh.
Big spin from Liam. Takes too much of the grass through turn. Echo will be able to...
Followed him in.
Yeah, Stephen in as Thori now down the inside of Nuki.
And Liam's also in.
Yeah, into P9.
Oh, he's hit the wall on entry there. I don't know if he got damage from that.
To Himmy Dimes as we just see Himmy on the inside there. And Rio now
Lovely undercut.
doesn't get ahead, but has now got himself firmly inside DRS range as Rio now all over the rear of the Ferrari. To catch and a save, whether or not they can do it, we'll see as Ty Clear and Echo go side by side, and Echo through into P8 as he's going to try and get onto the rear of DZ Racer, who still has another pit stop to go in this race. Meanwhile, Thori in for his final pit stop, Stephen in P11 ahead. As Nuki side by side he goes with Thori, and Nuki gets through on Thori. Can Thori get the exit here? The only driver this day to do that is Thori now down the inside of Nuki. And Nuki leaving him the room as Thori trying to find the traction. Nuki round the outside though, bit of wheel banging between the Cyber and the V-Carbon round the outside. Nuki will keep it ahead of Thori. Ollie is in a very strong position here on the medium tyres as Kevin Kell exits just ahead of him, but they're side by side and Ollie gets through into P8, and that was a very good move as he exited the pit lane. Had to make that move as Thori battling with Nuki. DZ Racer watching these two go side by side through turns 2 and 3, and Thori almost pushing the Cyber off the track as there's big contact, and Nuki ghosting momentarily here as DZ Racer on the rear. In one of his stints he got damage as Nuki back on the inside of Thori, and Thori bit of contact, more wheel banging between the pair of them, and this is a ferocious battle here for P11.
We've got DZ Racer down the inside of Nuki Boy. Yep, it's move successful. A switchback maybe. Oh, he's losing the rear. They're side by side heading towards turn 2 and then into turn 3. Nuki has to back out of it. DZ into 12th. Nist is about to cross the line to make it lap 32 out of 36. And it looks like the gap has increased to nearly 4 seconds, or it was 3.7 a minute ago. It's just gone down again. To make sure that nobody can fight you back, I suppose. That's what I'm trying to say.
As Thori on the outside of DZ Racer, and Thori gets ahead of DZ Racer, although Thori's 3-second time penalty may drop him behind. As the yellow flag is out, it's a Haas driver as Rio dives it on the inside of Himmy Dimes on the penultimate lap here, but not close enough to making a move. Himmy, as they're about to start the final lap, as the yellow flag I believe is out for Liam again. Rio down the inside, can he send it late on the Ferrari driver? Himmy Dimes round the outside trying to keep it together, side by side they go. P2 and 3 in the championship, also P2 and 3 on the road as Himmy keeps ahead of Rio Harris as Rio going to look for the switchback and get the exit out of turn 3, but doesn't get a good enough exit here. But anyway, Nasev has dominated throughout the whole race, and the LP driver will cross the line and win here in round 9 as Himmy Dimes finishes P2 ahead of Rio Harris. Next it'll be Gordon ahead of TJ as Mallard finishes ahead of Ollie Bean. And I just remembered, oh, and off the road, who's that? That was Liam off the road again as Gordon.
Yeah, that is yellow.
Oh, and Ty Clear gets ahead of Echo. What's happened to Echo? Echo seems to have made a mistake and it's allowed Ty through, and Ollie gets through.
No,
and
he's
Echo.
underfueled. He's underfueled. He's run out of fuel.
Oh my lord.
So we was focused on Mallard being out of fuel. Echo's even worse. He's losing positions as it goes. Can Kevin catch up? As we go to the line with Kevin Cal, I think Echo will just get away with it. Yeah, he will. He finishes P8 after that. He ran out of fuel on the last lap.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be disappointed with that. Stephen, I think, has got away with one boxing there because Mallard and Ollie, because they're a lap down, have already finished the race. As Nuki jumps Thori because of the penalty. DZ Racer finishes P12. Stephen will finish P13.